to do it. I'll let that drain out for a couple more minutes. See Andy down there starting to get that field turned under a little bit. Him and Sandy got milking done this morning, so I was going to get the oil change done on this last night, but actually did a quick once over on the planter. We're going to get some corn planted this morning. But get that oil drain put back in and get some oil put back in this beast. There we go. Shouldn't take Andy too long to get that cover crop turned under. That way we can get some corn planted. Won't take long. You see him going down there. Just past that row of trees down there. Larger square field. He's going to get that cultivated under next. And we'll just, we'll probably stay right on top of them. Don't have a lot of experience running this tractor, but a little bit I got moving it around last night. I like it. And we'll get set up down here, and Andy will get to work on the other field. Andy's making pretty quick work cultivating. It shouldn't take us too long here either, really. that'll do that first field. Andy's still making pretty good progress. And it looks like the milkman's here, so I'll take a quick drive up there and say hi to old Kenny. Hey, Kenny, how you been?
Red? That you?
In the flesh, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, don't I know it? Sandy told me you were coming back to help take care of things. I wondered when I'd run into you.
Yeah, I've only been back a few days. Been trying to wrap my head around things here and figuring out where to start to get this place up and going. You know, get it back like it was in its glory days.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just really glad Sandy has somebody to help out that knows a thing or two. Living right here on the farm, aren't you?
Yeah, I know it sounds strange, but it's nice to be so close. I can keep an eye on things all the time.
Yeah, I'm glad Sandy isn't at the wheel here all by herself. So, but hey man, I've got to get this pumped off and get going. They keep me on a super tight schedule nowadays. I might be able to give a hand out here if you ever need it. I told Sandy just give me a call if you ever needed help. But you take care, man. I'll see you soon, for sure. It was definitely good to see you.
Yeah, likewise, Kenny. I'll see you around. Well, it sure was nice to see Kenny. Been a long time. He was always a good guy. Real nice to me, even when I was a kid. We'll get this field done. Sure won't take too long. And we'll get on with some other things. You know, I got to thinking, Sandy really wants me to manage this farm, and she's awfully worried about the profit margin that's coming in, because it's basically non-existent. And you know, there's only so many ways you can increase your margin, and in the little bit of time that I was a manager for the company I was working at before, one of the best ways to increase your profit margin is by reducing spending. At least unnecessary spending. There's plenty of things we still need to buy. But just from walking around a little bit, you know, we got totes of liquid fertilizer and bags of solid fertilizer, when in all reality we should be basically just relying on our manure and the slurry pit, you know, for fertilizer, keeping our nitrogen levels where they need to be. Which reminds me, I really need to check the slurry levels. I haven't even thought to check the pit up there at the barn. Hopefully, well, obviously we're not running over, because that'd be pretty obvious. But I need to check that out and see where we're at. So, but honestly, you know, we need to start having a better feed mix for our cows. Get a little better milk production out of them. There's really no sense in getting more cows right at the moment until, you know, we can for sure get our gals up to 100% production. If we're only getting 80% out of them, Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to, get some more where we're only going to get 80% out of them too. So we're definitely going to have silage here by fall, and that's going to give us a good feed mix. And definitely be able to get some higher milk production and better milk out of our existing cows, and then we can start expanding the herd a little bit. And probably one of the other things we can do to, get by a little better is to barter and trade as much as we can. Goods, services, anything. If I can go help another farmer out and do a job, and they can give us something back in return that we need, it's a win-win. As long as I'm not spending any big money, I'm not going to bother Sandy with any of the details. Hopefully here we can start turning a profit soon, and then start upgrading some equipment. But I know she's not going to let that happen until we start, increasing our profitability a little bit. But I'm going to get this field planted up here. I only got a couple more passes anyways. This 12-row planter makes pretty quick work. And, yeah, better check out that slurry pit when I get up there before I forget. Not too bad, not too bad. Tell you what, this tractor is just itching to do some hard labor. I like this thing. Sure would be nice if we could, farm the rest of them fields down there, and I don't know what we do with them exactly, but I'm sure we could put something in there that'll make us a little better profit. Can't do anything arable. We don't have a combine or anything like that. Get some sort of silage operation going, maybe. I don't know. Bruce used to sell silage back in the day. That's right. I forgot I told Andy to leave this here. And just make sure everything looks good, which it does. We'll get it cleaned up and put away properly. Got the old pressure washer down there, but if it's been left outside for as long as I think it has, I'm sure it's not in working order at the moment. Unless they drained it right out, I bet you that thing's been frozen and cracked. I don't know, we could give it a try. Just gonna get this tucked away for now. Not actually gonna wash this up at the moment. Still have seeds in it. Still got some corn seeds in it, so no sense in ruining them. I'll get this unhooked and I'll go check out that slurry pit. Well, we just got some lunch. Gonna check out the old slurry pit. See how she's doing. I don't know if you could tell, but it's got a barn's got a slatted floor, so It's got a big, oh, I forget how wide it is. I believe it's a 7-foot slurry pit underneath. So, I hear you. So when Andy and Sandy do their milking, they clean up any bedding that has some manure and whatnot on it, dirty bedding, and they just wheelbarrow it out, you know, into the manure pit. And from the looks of what was out there, they sure been wheeling a lot. But let's take a look here. And I would say we are full. Holy smokes. This isn't going to take long until it's making a mess right down the driveway. Not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm going to go fill the tractor with some fuel here. That's why I had it parked out here. Maybe we'll hook it up to that slurry tanker and I'll see if we can't figure out what we're going to do with it. Well, it really didn't take too much, did it? No. All right, let's get her hooked up. These hydraulic lines hooked up. PTO. Well, we'll see if this stuff's too solid to pump in, or maybe it's loose enough we can get it pumped in. But I don't know what we're going to do with it. All our fields are pretty well covered with manure. We're not going to be running short on that anytime too soon. I wonder if Chuck wants any on those fields of his down there. I believe this one closest to us, they're on, well, that corner. And then the far field up on the hill a little bit, those are his. Maybe we'll take a drive over and talk to Chuck here later this evening. Well, day's kind of getting near the end. Andy's gone home for the day. We're going to take a drive over to Chuck's. I'm going to see if he's not interested in some slurry, maybe. Now, I know we can sell it. We can take it to the biogas plant, which is halfway across the county. It's all the way on the other side of town. But we used to have an old truck we could, haul it with. Bruce used to drive it. But that truck's been out of commission for a long, long time. I don't have my Class B. It's a long drive to be doing with a tractor and the slurry tanker. So, and if I'm being honest, I'm kind of curious about Chuck's farm. I mean, I haven't seen it since I was a kid, and it was pretty impressive back then. I'm sure it's only grown bigger and more impressive, so I'd be interested to see what it looks like. So, Bruce's place should be up here on the right. Holy smokes. Look at all them grain bins. Sure didn't have that one last time I seen it. House looks the same. He always had a pretty nice house. I wonder where he's at. That looks like Sandy's truck right there. An old 90s Ford. Holy smokes. I'm assuming this is his truck, and go knock on the door and see if he's home. Hey, Charles. I don't know if you remember me, but my name's Red. I used to work for Bruce and Sandy quite a while back.
Yeah, of course I remember you. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. I'm back working on the farm for Sandy, and was wondering if you'd be interested in any slurry. I've got more than I need, and I really hate to haul it halfway across the county to the biogas plant if I don't need to.
Well, I suppose I could use some on those 2 fields I got over there by Sandy's place. The closer one's a wheat field, and the one on top of the hill is a soybean field. What's your price?
Well, that's the thing. I don't really know what the going price would be. Maybe we could barter or a trade for something in the future, if need be. Honestly, you'd be doing me a favor by getting it off my hands, and I could even spread it on the fields for you.
I don't like owing people favors, so why don't we figure something out right now?
Okay. Well, what I need right now is some silage to make some better feed mix.
I can't be giving anybody silage. That stuff's getting too expensive to be trading for some slurry. How come you don't spread that slurry on some of Sandy's fields?
Well, I've already got all our fields covered with manure. We're pretty well set with manure for a while. Nobody's done anything with it in quite a while. So yeah, I don't really have a place to spread it.
So, you must have some source of straw if your cows are making that much manure.
Yeah, I actually didn't really think of that. Sandy must be buying the straw. I know there's no way we can, make any. Not with our setup we got right now.
I'll tell you what. You spread that slurry on my 2 fields over there, and when I go to get the wheat harvested, you can have the straw. I can even bale it up for you, seeing so you're going to spread the slurry for me. What do you think of that? How's that sound?
It sounds pretty good to me, Charles. I'll get that spread in the next few days. Man, glad we could work on this. Sounds good.
No problem at all. Hey, why don't you come work for me? What do you think?
No offense, Charles, but why would I do that? I don't know anything about your farm, and we barely know each other.
Hey, I'm just throwing the offer out there. You're a smart kid, and whatever Sandy's paying you, I'm sure I can top it.
Well, you probably could, but I'd rather stay where I'm at for now. I appreciate the offer, but no thank you. I'll get that slurry spread in the next couple of days, Chuck. I'll see you around.
I'll see you around, Red.
Well, it sure got dark quick. Getting back to the farm here. So good news. Yeah, we're going to get that slurry spread for Chuck on these fields, and hopefully he's happy with that. Job offer kind of threw me off a little bit. That was definitely a little strange, but I don't know. Gonna get the truck parked away here, and I wonder what Sandy's truck was doing up there. I'm pretty sure she still owns that truck. I'll have to talk to her about it. Either way, I'll go get the shop shut up for the night. Make sure everything's good to go on the 4320. And go get a late dinner and hit the sack. Been a pretty long day.